I was not quite ready to go because I was watching a YouTube video and then I realized, oh no, it's like 6:01 right now. I mean, it's 6:04 now, but yeah. Anyway, I paused that video and now I'm here. Turn this volume down. It's gonna like murder my thought processes. All right. Chef Keep has arrived. Weird. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. I see. On the YouTube Studio streaming page, it'll show concurrent viewers and stuff like that. And it has like a little ticker up at the top, or a little like a place that'll update. And then it also has a graph that'll update. It looks like probably once every 30 seconds, at least at the beginning of a stream. It probably happens less often as you go further, but that graph does not seem to have caught up. Or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyway. Good morning, or evening, or whatever you're up to. Is everything situated the way I need it to be? Oh yeah, and then we have a guest speaker who is gonna be here in just a second as soon as I start this voice call. Let's do it. All right. I see someone in the voice call. Do I hear a voice? I don't hear a voice yet.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. I think this is the first time I am hearing your voice ever, probably.
Probably.
Okay, let me get some volumes adjusted so I can hear you and my music isn't too loud. Okay, there's that. I feel like the music in this game is really loud. Here, we'll turn stuff down. Okay, cool. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty alright.
All right. Are you ready for some Magical Girl Dark Souls? I guess I'm the one playing, but... No. Okay.
Your audio is not working at all, and no, your audio is fine. No video, and they can't hear me.
And, oh, yeah, you're right. It's because I forget to switch the scene to the right scene. Okay. The scene should be correct now. I've done this so many times while streaming. Okay.
Completely ruined
Yep.
my gag and everything. Terrible.
Dang it.
Terrible host. I'm never coming back.
I'm sorry. I've ruined it all. Okay, so they should be able to hear you now.
Yeah. Yeah, I unmuted the stream and I heard myself talking, so...
Sweet. Okay, let's get everything set up properly. My screen's okay.
You're on about a 2 to 3 second delay at least.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
there's like 3 different latency settings that YouTube will let you use. And I'm using the middle one that gives like, it's a couple second delay in exchange for less buffering for the people watching. There is a faster mode, but it's more likely to cause buffering. And I feel like having a couple second delay is not the end of the world in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, somebody's saying in chat that they can barely hear me. Is this better?
It's probably a volume thing that I have to change with how I have
Because
stuff.
I am not even, I don't think I'm even operating at 50% microphone gain.
Okay. All right. Well, I've turned up here. I'll just turn it up all the way. We'll see how that goes. Okay.
This is Little Witch Nobeta ASMR.
All right, Barkeep, can you hear the Little Witch Nobeta ASMR? Any response from Bar?
Hello. It is 3 a.m. and I have jet lag and my roommates are asleep. So we're going to play Happy Wheels.
Happy Wheels? Right, I don't have any magic right now.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I can hear you fine. The question is whether Barkeep can hear you. Barkeep. Wander Bar, if you will.
Said I feel strange now, so that indicates they heard something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay. To get used to these controls again. Because I play Genshin, right? And then I also play Little Witch Nobeta, and I play Dark Souls, and they all have, like, subtly different controls. And...
Yeah, action controls got really standardized in the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
The trigger for attack became a lot more standard for, like,
Yeah.
heavy and light.
Yeah. I, being someone who uses mouse and keyboard, I mean, it's not that it's not standardized, but it's certainly different standards.
They can't understand me. Apparently, the problem is that I'm very quiet compared to your voice.
Okay.
So, maybe the balance is off?
Yeah, probably. I'll turn up this. Let's see how that works.
Do you have like a physical mixer board, or are you using a second screen or something?
I'm just using the second screen. I'm using the OBS stuff.
I actually don't have any clue how OBS works because I've never personally streamed using it.
Got it.
I've been a guest on quite a number of streams, but somebody else was always handling all the technical stuff, and I was just there talking to a mic about stupid stuff.
Yeah, I have admittedly probably a relatively clumsy setup. I could do a lot better this way.
Apparently I'm much better now.
Good.
I'm much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I have 3 audio sources. One of them is my webcam, which I'm not using. One of them is the microphone that I am using, and then one is literally just desktop audio. So that is, then I balance, I guess, the volume of Little Witch Nobeta and Discord and whatever else is providing sound through normal desktop audio controls. So it's yeah, I mean, it works, but it does mean that, like, I have to tweak it all the time when I go from, like, game to game. Whereas hypothetically, if I were doing this right, I could probably set things up so that it would detect audio from specific programs, I guess, and then get it set up once, and then every time I play that game forever, it should be fine. But I don't know, it works for now. All right, well, let's start this boss again. Watch the cutscene, maybe. Give it a moment. She has that wide-eyed look of just, like, insanity, a little bit unhinged, disconnected from reality.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's also, I think it's the angle she turns her head back at. She's like, yeah.
She's a puppet, isn't she?
She is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean
that's not an inhuman angle. That's just a kind of tilted angle.
Yeah, yeah. But it is, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know if that's the most common angle common? I don't know. I don't think I would lean back to talk at that kind of an angle to someone new coming into a room. You know what I mean?
No, because you're basically looking at them sideways.
Yeah. It's not unnatural, but it is unusual.
The eyes in this game are like they really pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's eyes, even the black cat's black eyes pop out compared to the rest of their model.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more detail at that in that part of the art, I think. Like you can see like little tiny differences in different parts of the eye. Whereas like you look at the knees, for instance, and you have like a patch on one of those knees, but it's, you know, it's you don't see the little, like, I don't know. You don't see any rips or tears in the bandage there on the knee. Just kind of. Oh, her teeth are. Ooh. Her teeth are a bit unsettling.
I wonder if that's a glitch. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be like that. It looks
it
like
could be.
Gary's mod glitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it keeps flickering back. I think it's a graphical glitch.
Yeah, you might be right. All right, and now I will die.
No, Annie, I ain't seen your bear Tibbers. Please go away.
Okay. I got magic back from one of those. Oh, did not jump in time for that. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. That's okay.
So I did look into this game. I mean, I've looked into it before. I did download the demo recently. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't pay attention. I'll freely confess, I did not pay attention to the previous streams.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
The one right before this one I did. So I know that I know about this boss and then and such, but I don't know much about this game other than people keep telling me it's Magical Girl Dark Souls, which seems to track so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could I can try and at least describe it while attempting not to die to this boss.
So what I gathered is that she's like trying to recover her memories or something, and she's doing all these dungeons to get clues about her past.
Kind of, yeah. She's on a quest to go sit on the throne of the castle. And the cat is all about that, and now she's not so sure about it because the cat's been really hyper-focused on it and kind of disregarding her own desires and like what she wants to do, her needs. But yeah, I would say that kind of makes sense so far, given what I've experienced of the story up to this point. There's definitely this theme of like these puppets with souls. Are they sentient? Are they
people or not?
Yeah, essentially.
Can you become people, or are you always fake, no matter how you get to the real thing?
With a sort of side concern of is Nobeta people. Okay. Hey, I got the bear down on like 2/3 health. That's not too bad for not using any crystals along the way. Yeah, so that, I mean, it's a very scant introduction. In fact, I could even here. Let's go to the title screen real quick, and I'll just start a new game because it's going to take about 2 minutes to go through all the dialogue at the beginning, and then I'll hop straight back in. All the dialogue at the beginning.
I can read a wiki real quick while I rant about something.
Okay.
Even people. That's absolutely correct. Nobody is anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Barkeep has given his thoughts on the matter. That's a very Barkeep take, I think. Okay. So yeah, I think that a lot of the magical girl nature of the game, I think the thing that people see is, I mean, she's basically a Toho character, right? She's got the big hat. She's got the cute blonde hair. She has the magical staff. And she's fighting against other similarly, like, magically styled girls. In this case, puppets, but she might also be a puppet. Like, you don't see any joints or anything on that on her, but I mean, what is the human body but a particularly advanced puppet, you know?
True.
It's just a meat suit, that's all.
Puppet. The main distinction here, I think, is what differentiates a magical girl from a girl that is magical.
Yeah.
Also, Toho characters don't usually carry staves. That's not a thing.
Toho characters do what?
They do not carry staves usually. That's actually pretty rare.
That's fair. I don't actually know that much about Toho. Staff, I guess, is just the magical girl aspect, but the dress, the hat, especially the hat, and the fact that the second boss also looks like one of the most recognizable Toho characters, or the first boss, second character, I guess. But yeah. That being said, and this I kind of gets at the sort of the inspiration for bringing you on the stream. Is this a show now? Of what qualities does something need to have in order to be like a magical girl story or a magical girl setting or what have you?
So the very loose definition is, I mean, the absolute bare bones, get your meme grid out, and the anarchist, as long as it is a person who is magical, you have a magical girl story.
Okay.
There are now, from there you have a lot of differentiation about an argument about what defines the magical girl as opposed to any other genre that just has girls that are magical in it. Little Witch Academia is a pretty prime example of this. A lot of people were saying early on, especially, this isn't really a magical girl show. It's Trigger trying to make a magical girl show, but it's not. It's really just a show about Harry Potter that pretty much only features girls.
Right. Yeah, and I remember having that kind of thought too. That the Little Witch Academia, it was good. I enjoyed it. But it was basically anime Harry Potter as far as I could see. Yeah,
and that's hardly the first attempt at anime Harry Potter there is. And it definitely was inspired by Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's got the whole European witches thing going on, broomsticks and all sorts of stuff like that.
She has flying lessons and all that, just like Harry Potter did.
Yeah, it's definitely inspired by Harry Potter, and I don't think that that's a bad thing in the slightest. It works for the series. And it gave it a unique... Well, in the Japanese market, there's almost nothing like that.
Right.
So it was definitely unique in the market.
But then you consider, like, how does that compare to, say, Sailor Moon?
Right.
And there are definitely different common themes, I guess. Like, there are some things that they have in common, and there are also things that Sailor Moon has that Little Witch Academia didn't necessarily approach in the same way, and vice versa.
So the main themes of magical girl shows, as Mahou Shoujo anime goes, is generally the themes are defined by a girl growing up and finding her identity and, a coming of age story.
Yeah.
So, but every coming of age story with girls is not a magical girl show. So what draws the distinction there? That's the next big question when trying to define the genre.
Yeah. And of course, as with any time that you are defining a genre, there is going to be gray area. This is something that I think you see a lot in music where the more you try and nail down exactly what genre some song is, some band is, the more you're just creating a subgenre that doesn't actually enhance meaning at all, right? It's still like, you have metal, you have black metal, you have death metal, you have, I don't know, I'm sure I could come up with other metal names, but the point being is that, like, yes, there are distinctions between them, but how important are those distinctions to 99% of people who are looking for something heavy, you know, rock instrumental kind of music?
Right, like, so you can argue, and I've seen people argue this legitimately, that one of the most popular magical girl shows, Madoka, not actually a magical girl show in genre.
Yeah.
Because it intentionally tries to break too many genre conventions on purpose.
Right.
Which I definitely see that argument. And also, it's not really a coming-of-age story for the main character. It's mostly coming of age for the other characters. And it's more about... It's not even about proper coming of age, I would argue. It's been... forgive me, it's been a while since I've seen Madoka, so I may be abridging a lot of stuff here, but it's mostly about... It's mostly about grief and overcoming the stages of grief, if I recall.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an element for sure. I think it's... I can see why someone would make the argument that Madoka maybe doesn't qualify strictly as a magical girl show. But I also think, like, I think it still does hit enough of the marks, I guess, but...
And that's the point I'm trying to make by bringing it up.
Yeah.
What are the points that you have to hit? Is there, like, are we playing bingo? Is there a scorecard? Is, like, do we have to get a C or higher and then, yeah, you're a magical girl show, you pass the test?
Right.
Like, what's going on? So when defining the genre, or when defining things that fit the genre is more accurate, because, I mean, we can say these are the elements of the genre, but there are some that don't always fit those preconceived notions.
Yeah.
Like, I can say it has to be a show about girls who are coming of age and learning their identity in the world, and they use the magical powers as an allegory for that development. And that, even with that fairly comprehensive list of details, there's going to be shows that don't fit that bill that are definitely magical girl shows. There's going to be shows in media that do fit that bill that aren't magical girl shows.
Right. The ones that I like to pull up are usually like superhero kinds of stories, like, I don't know, Spider-Man, where you can definitely represent Spider-Man's newfound powers as, like, some kind of magic, right? But
right. But
and it's a coming of age story too, right? Definitely hits that.
Like, Spider-Man: Homecoming is a magical girl show with a male protagonist, you're gonna get a lot of funny looks.
Right. Which, of course, is the point of saying it. But it is a show that does hit the vast majority of these marks, and still isn't really a magical girl show.
Yeah, and I mean, the magical girl genre as a genre was actually not defined by a magical girl type story.
Right.
It was originally inspired by Bewitched, an old ass sitcom.
Yeah.
Long ago. And I've seen Bewitched. I grew up in the era when it was on Nick at Night all the time, and I stayed up late like a bad kid, so...
Yeah, no, I had similar experiences. Yeah.
I could not confidently say that Bewitched is a magical girl show. It definitely has... I definitely see where inspiration aspects of the genre come through.
Mm-hmm. But it also... It isn't the same kind of story, really.
Right. If I had to compare it to the typical magical girl conventions, I would say it is closer to the world coming to terms with the fact that such a person exists in it.
Yeah.
And her trying to come to a compromise with the world around her, as opposed to her trying to find her way in the world.
Yeah.
It's just everyone in the equation is pretty much as they are. It's just compromising those things with each other that makes Bewitched work.
Right.
And Bar has brought up Sabrina the Teenage Witch as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Sabrina the Teenage Witch is also another show that I wouldn't say is a magical girl show. Well, the cartoon kind of was.
Right.
For those that aren't aware, Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a live-action show, and it also was adapted into a cartoon for ABC Kids block a while back, which predictably lasted not very well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I believe it got 2 seasons.
That is more than I would have guessed.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either, and there were better things to fill the slot with.
Right.
So, but I would say that the cartoon is much closer to a magical girl show because it is particularly about Sabrina being a teenage witch and growing up and trying to develop as a person alongside her powers. Like, they frequently tackled those sorts of problems and gave magical solutions for them.
Right.
And she had other there were other girls involved as well.
Mm-hmm.
The live-action show actually focused a lot more on Sabrina as an adult than as a teenage witch, which I thought was funny, because it's called Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, because that was like she was an adult playing a teenager, as is often the case, but also the show was on for long enough that like she was
only an actual teenager for I think like the first season or 2. I mean, the show went for a few seasons.
Yeah.
But it lasted a good minute. I don't know exactly how long.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. So we have some ideas of what makes something qualified to at least potentially be a magical girl story. Then.
It lasted 7 years.
7 years. Yeah, that would be enough time for someone to grow up enough. Plus, if you're running a live action show, you can't do the thing you do with cartoons where you just get an adult woman to voice your young male characters and then leave them the same age forever. You know, South Park is in what, season 20 by now? And they're still in 4th grade? Like, although I guess they're not voiced by...
There are 23 seasons of South Park.
23 seasons of South Park. Yeah, that's
309 episodes.
Yeah, that's so many seasons.
That's too much South Park, man. I couldn't watch that much South Park.
I have had times where I've enjoyed it.
That's not a knock against South Park. I just can't watch that much. I can't imagine myself sitting down and watching that much South Park at any interval of time. You're getting really good at fighting this girl with this. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting all right. I'm starting to learn the patterns, and I'm not failing at dodging her attacks nearly as often.
I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a minor delay, and I don't have access to the raw feed of the stream, so I'm reacting at the same time you guys are. But hear my reactions late because I'm being fed through. Fed through YouTube. That
would be the case, wouldn't it? I don't have that issue, being the person at the computer where the streaming is happening.
Thankfully,
imagine that.
I think this boss fight would be a lot more impressive if you were on that kind of delay.
Right? Being able to successfully dodge attacks that I haven't seen yet.
They don't exist yet.
Yep. Although that's been a trend lately, hasn't it? People playing games blindfolded.
I mean, yes, but mostly it's people who have played those games before.
That's true.
The more impressive trend has been with streamers having to use cheap setups.
Uh-huh.
They don't have a second screen, so they've been forced to play through their stream feedback, output.
Ooh. So they're actually doing that then?
Yeah, they're actually doing that. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't think I could take it. Like I've played like League of Legends on, you know, just a small amount of lag before, and it feels unplayable. Oh man, okay, so you play Genshin. Have you played the new rhythm game?
I haven't yet. I played the Bloom minigame, and I got tired of that because I'm on console.
Yeah.
I beat it. I did it, but it was a little frustrating, and I had to mess with my sensitivity settings a lot.
Yeah. So the rhythm game doesn't have any latency settings. And so for me, I have to press the buttons like a fraction of a second before the beat that they actually correspond with. And it's the most frustrating thing. Because like, I don't know, I feel like having latency adjustment as a setting is vitally important for a game like really any rhythm game. Or you're just going to have
any rhythm game that operates online.
What's that?
Any rhythm game that operates online definitely needs to have the offset things. I can understand the argument for it when you're like connected right there and there's nothing else going on.
Even then though, like latency is literally there to make sure that the audio and the video is synced up properly.
Right.
And that's it doesn't matter whether you're online or not. Like you still need to be able to adjust that somehow.
Right. It isn't. And that was a problem with the last event they did too, where it lacked definitive quality of life necessities that made the game good otherwise.
Right.
What was it? I forget what they called it because I was making fun of it, but I want to call it by its actual name on the stream. The chess thing, the Mechanicus, Theater Mechanicus. That was
yeah, Theater Mechanicus.
So Theater Mechanicus was decently fun. It was poorly timed, but not through any fault of the Hoyos.
Right.
It just so happened that one of the games that is in the genre that they were doing was running their challenge event at the same time. So
yeah.
It was poorly timed for anybody playing both games.
Yeah, although I didn't experience that much of an issue, in large part because I played Theater Mechanicus a couple times at the beginning of the event, and then it lasted longer than Contingency Contract did in Arknights, or whatever the event was. Because I remember I then went at the end and I got all the stuff done in Theater Mechanicus in the last few days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I don't know. It was done well. But the rhythm game, latency adjustment is super important. It was something that I remember when I was playing Bang Dream regularly. Every single song, just about, or at least every single day, I would go and I would make sure that there wasn't something throwing off my latency. And just, you know, do the little tap the button in time to set your latency. And do that every single day, because it was so frustrating to have to play a song with lag.
Yeah, that's not any fun.
Yeah.
I was mostly speaking in regards to rhythm games, because most of my rhythm game experience is on cabinet or console.
Yeah.
And the latency issues are significantly lower there.
With a cabinet, yeah, you can deal with that just in manufacturing, basically.
The setting is still there.
Yeah.
Which is very important, because games like Sound Voltex do have online components that would cause the song to lag. And you need to be able to adjust that. In fact, I believe you can adjust your offset minorly mid-song. It's just a pain. You'll probably eat a lot of penalties. unless you're in a break in the song.
Yeah, and I guess with Sound Voltex, that's actually a thing. I know with Bang Dream, it was basically like shortcuts of regular rock or pop form songs. So you're getting, you know, verse, chorus, basically. Intro, verse, chorus, outro. And you don't typically have breaks when a song is set up like that. But also, if you're only looking at 2 minutes, then you just deal with shitty latency for one song.
Yeah,
and then fix
that's
it
true
afterwards.
too. That's true too. With Nobeta, I think based on what I've seen of the story, I think it's honestly gonna depend, because I don't think the story's developed enough to make a concise statement as to whether or not she's a magical girl or this is a magical girl story. I definitely think that if nothing else, this is a very unique game, and that it has the sort of it has that sort of aesthetic of European fantasy. I mean, she's got her bag of holding and her witch hat.
Yeah.
It's like anime and European fantasy, which the thing that made Little Witch Academia so unique.
Yeah.
Blending European style with anime.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
You walked right into that fireball.
Oh, I did. I
very
absolutely
impressive.
did. It's okay. It's harder to get frustrated when I'm distracted by other things. And when I've accepted that I may not even beat this boss with an entire stream's worth of practice. But that's okay.
I have to go to off-stream grinding. What?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's unacceptable. Someone will check the play counting, right? Or the amount of time that's on the
play
file.
time.
Yeah.
Nah, just keep practicing so you can get to the second phase consistently, and then don't save.
What do you mean don't save?
Don't save, don't check playtime, turn off.
But there's no save. It's saving constantly. It's one of those kinds of games.
Oh, I grew up on too much Battle Network. I have to manually save, and I have to do it often.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I played Pokemon. You save, and then you look at your Game Boy, and you're like, did I save? So
then
you save again. Every single time.
It never stops.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it's hard to say if this is a magical girl story, just on the basis that we don't really have the details yet. And I don't know, given how these cutscenes go, I don't know how much detail there is going to be, even by the end of the game. But I will say one of the places where it seems to depart from sort of your average magical girl story, at least as far as I know, is we're not seeing the everyday world of this girl. It's a pretty adventure kind of story and setting. This isn't someone who is learning how to fight evil and also trying to manage her feelings for her crush at school,
What? You mean we can just have an action-adventure story in a game, and that's it? That's the whole thing? There doesn't have to be any complex stuff going on?
I don't know, man. Persona was pretty popular. And it did both of those things, so...
I thoroughly enjoy Persona and everything it does. I have a bit of a hatred for follow the leader type games. I think you can, and you should aspire to innovate things that have come before. I think battle royales are the big hotness right now.
They are.
I personally am into Apex. It's a pretty fun game. I am not into Fortnite. No Fortnite for me.
I played a little bit of PUBG.
I own PUBG, but I have never played it.
I'm guessing that you're fine sticking to Apex Legends. PUBG definitely took the sort of at least pseudo-realism approach, where the stuff that you're looking at, where Fortnite has sort of the cartoony approach, and then Apex has.
Apex is kind of a weird blend. It's kind of anime. Like, I enjoy Titanfall 2's aesthetic, but I'm not overly into the giant robot mech suit thing.
Right.
I probably will still play Titanfall 2 at some point, just for the campaign, but I'm not going to play the multiplayer. But it's that sort of people.
Almost superpowers in a way.
Yeah, almost.
But not explicitly superpowers, because like power suits or mechas or what have you.
I thoroughly enjoyed Overwatch when it first came out. That feels related. It's similar style to Overwatch.
Yeah.
Where it's anime-esque, but it's still definitively a Western feel. Like, a bunch of weebs got together, and we're like, we're gonna do it our way, and we're gonna make it cool, like our favorite animes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that it's like a sort of an anime art style, but then sort of your more kind of the expectations you have for a story or a setting in a Western kind of way. Overwatch has some similarities to, like, I don't know, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? The Avengers, in that they're sort of there to keep the peace in a way.
You were getting very good RNG on this fight.
I am. I think that was the first piece of damage that I took.
You haven't taken damage yet, unless you're talking about something that hasn't happened yet.
Probably that.
Ah, yeah, there it is. But yeah, so
oh my god, I got it!
I've enjoyed the battle royale as a genre. Congratulations.
I did it. I beat phase 1 once. She's mad. What time is it? 6:46. It only took me 45 minutes to beat it once.
Alright, first try.
Yeah, first try. 1 45-minute boss fight. Yeah, PUBG was fun. PUBG was alright. I think it was kind of the almost like proof of concept of the genre. That Battle Royale was something that could be done successfully. PUBG has also struggled immensely with hackers and cheaters of various sorts, and has not responded to them with nearly the sort of, I don't know, the way that you would hope someone would. Did not dodge that.
So the proof of concept of Battle Royale as like a thing that can be done was actually done on the PS2, if you believe it.
Really?
Yeah, a game, I believe it was called Mag, had a 256 live multiplayer.
Okay.
In one lobby. You will note that this was on the PS2, so you had to be able to connect to the internet with your PS2.
Ah, yeah, that would create a problem. Boy, she does not take damage very fast. Oh no. This is not good.
Mag was PS3, I'm told. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, because I know it was a PS2 game.
Dang it. I don't know how to do this second part of this fight. I'm gonna have to try a different kind of magic next time I get to it, I think. because the ice is not doing much.
I'm not even sure you're supposed to fight this fight because she's whittling down that battlefield really fast.
She is, but where do I go? That's the question.
There was a thing to the left that looked like you could get to it, but I couldn't get a good look at it.
Okay, like the left, like as far as the
like when you start the battle,
like a door up on the wall.
Yeah, like there was a glowing purple door sort of
Yeah,
thing.
so that glowing purple door has a barrier in front of it. That's the glowing purple part. Something I will not be able to get through. Like, I'll try it, but... You know, next time I get to that phase. Death by Music 108. This seems like the type of situation where you look up a video of someone else doing it. And that is where we are different people. Uh-oh.
I would look it up, too. But,
I actually managed to keep an eye on her as she went up.
Okay, so it was Mag. Then I was mistaken. It was a PS3 game.
Yeah.
That's still pretty old, honestly. PS3 is not retro at this point, but it's not that old. We're not that old yet. But it is definitely.
We have PS5s now. They exist.
Yeah, it's definitely not a young game. The PS3's having its store shut down in June.
Wow. An era is closing.
So it's officially too old to keep around.
Yeah. And not by Nintendo standards, but by, normal people standards. I feel like Nintendo sometimes arbitrarily drops support for things, and you're like, but why? Why are you making
3DS,
another version here?
The 3DS died very quietly. Like,
yeah.
They said that they were gonna keep supporting the 3DS, and that was technically true. But it hasn't gotten a new game in like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. I think part of that is
it has gotten no first-party games in almost 3, I think.
Yeah. The Switch has filled the handheld niche, though. Lots of people use the Switch in handheld mode, which is a direct competitor to the 3DS. Why use your 3DS if you can have a bigger screen with better graphics on it?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. But yeah, Mag, among a few others attempting to fill that same magnitude of players, they've been trying to capture the whole MMO FPS genre.
Yeah.
That has existed theoretically for a long time.
Boy, yeah, this fight is already not going successfully.
So yeah, Battle Royale is a concept that's existed for a while. I'm glad they finally we have the tech, we have the network infrastructure to make it work. And the netcode, I think the biggest holdup was probably the netcode, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at fighting games can't even consistently get 2 people in the same room to be well connected.
Right.
Let alone 256. Although I think most battle royales are in the 40 to 60 player range.
Yeah. PUBG was 100. Fortnite was 100. I don't actually know what Call of Duty Warzone did.
100 is an impressive enough number that if you can get that, even if your performance dips a bit, because it's not a battle royale, but Star Wars Battlefront 2 runs 40 people a server, 20 people on each side, and then it fills the rest of it with procedurally generated bots.
Yeah.
So it looks like a bigger battle than actually is, and you get like kills and stuff for killing the bots, but they're not real people.
Right.
So that creates a lot of situations where, as a higher level player in Battlefront 2, you shoot somebody and you go, "Oh man, I'm getting better. I shot somebody." You see that they're a bot.
Right.
And you go, "Oh, okay, never mind. That was an idiot."
Yeah. And then I guess if we're talking about battle royales, Death by Music wants to mention the masterpiece that is Hunt Showdown. I don't know if you've seen anything about that. It is a very different take on the genre, and it is something that I haven't played, but it looks cool, and I don't know. I might try it at some point.
This may be a very surprising thing for somebody like me to say, but as a game designer, most of what I do is look at the past and identify what could go in the future. I have very, very poor side sight. I'm very bad at seeing what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So applying it to right now.
Yeah, Hunt Showdown is it's like almost, how would I describe this? Because I haven't played it, right? I've just kind of been watching my friends play it sometimes in Discord while they're streaming it. It's like a Brothers Grimm-esque Monster Hunter kind of a setting. And it's you and a handful of other groups of, I think it's up to 3, that are looking for... You're looking for something that allows you to get off the map. I don't remember exactly what it is in setting, but you usually have to go defeat some kind of monster to get it. And there are other people who are also looking to do that. And so it introduces sort of the element of, do you go and you take out the monster only to get taken out by other people who are waiting for you to clear the monster out? Or like, you know, do you lie in wait? Are you the person who ambushes them as they finish the monster, or as they're trying to get to the edge of the map to get out successfully? It's a very it's kind of reminiscent of Sea of Thieves that way.
I see.
So yeah, it looks cool.
I was perfectly content letting the battle royale fad die down, because fad genres happen all the time. Like, you know how we went a few years where everything was Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm. You know, exactly.
Right now everything's Fortnite. Everything's trying to be Fortnite. There was a while where everything was trying to be Minecraft. There's a big follow the leader thing. I mean, we're playing a game that was clearly heavily inspired by Dark Souls. So this isn't a bad thing. Being referential to other games is not a bad thing by a long shot.
No, but you do have to make sure that you understand the genre then, because same thing happened with MOBAs, right? Dota was the MOBA for a long time. Yeah. And then League of Legends, Riot Games was the first one to say, let's just make it a game. Let's stop relying on Warcraft 3 for this. And you know, to do that and then successfully get it out, right? And then once League had its success, and once Dota 2 showed up and had its success, then you see Blizzard showing up with Heroes of the Storm, and you see, Dawngate. I mean, there are a ton. I don't even remember the names of most of them anymore.
Soul Serena, Smite, Dawngate, Heroes of the Storm. There's a lot of them.
And now we pretty much
Heroes
have...
of New Earth.
Oh, Heroes of New Earth, which actually, now that I think about it, may have beaten League to the punch. The League is the one that got popular.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, Fortnite versus PUBG is like that too.
Yeah.
Technically, Fortnite was in development first, and PUBG released first, which is the source of their lawsuit. Because PUBG, I don't remember who makes PUBG. I don't remember the developer's name off the top of my head, but
something Blue, I think.
The developers of PUBG sued Epic Games because they thought they were trying to crib off of Fortnite. They were trying to crib off of PUBG's success.
But weren't they all cribbing off of DayZ?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. There was a DayZ mod. Or something. There was a mod for some game. It was just saying, it was a Dota situation again, where you have a mod for a game that's popular enough that people decided to learn how to, they decided to develop the game in its own, you know.
Yeah, develop the mod as a separate game.
Yeah. Those are actually pretty dodgeable if I just run. I dodged too early on that. That explosion thing that happens behind you is perfectly dodgeable. if you run, but you don't get mana for it if you run. So you want to like roll at the right time. Just mess that one up.
PUBG was a mod for DayZ, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, so in that respect, it's almost, it's like Dota 2 and League, but kind of reversed, where PUBG, being the mod, is the one that released as its own full game first, and then Fortnite followed them up.
And the thing is that Fortnite was provably in development first. It's that PUBG released first.
Yeah.
Like that's what caused the lawsuit to be overturned. Fortnite, Epic was able to prove, hey, yeah, we were already working on this.
Yeah.
That's the fact that your game tanked when ours didn't is not our problem.
Yeah, that has a lot more to do with the, making sure that hackers weren't controlling your game.
Because that was the whole beef that PUBG had. They didn't file a lawsuit until Fortnite was doing better than them.
Right.
So, and that on its own lost a lot of goodwill to the players as well. That was part of PUBG's downfall.
Yeah.
But I was perfectly content letting the Battle Royale scene die down and become like a couple good strong players, let Fortnite go the way of Minecraft and become an entry in gaming history, and then I'd study it.
Yeah.
And that was all fine and good, and I still intend to do that for the most part. The only reason I got into Apex is because my mother is a gamer, and she would not shut up about it. She's like, Jean, you have to come play Apex with me. You have to do it. You have to do it. Come on. So I was like, fine. Let me watch a couple Apex streams, because she did this with Among Us 2 when it was really popular. And because she likes the social games, and I flatly refuse to play Among Us.
Yeah.
For much of the reason I won't play any. I generally have a policy I will avoid most popular games while they are exceptionally popular.
Yeah, I kind of do that sometimes, for probably different reasons. Mostly, I get nervous about hype, because I've been burned by getting hyped about games before. So now when other people get hyped about games, it's almost a turn-off.
Yeah, I've existed in the realm of an E3 presentation before. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, my mod that's here right now, Death by Music 108, has had to learn the hard way how to get me to actually try a game. And I'm not convinced that there's really a consistent way, but he's very much willing to just kind of talk about a game and let it exist around me. And in fact, this is the reason that I look at Hunt and I'm like, this looks cool. Because he has not once told me, you should play this. He's just played it while I've been there. He did it with Monster Hunter as well. Got me to play Monster Hunter World. But yeah, popular games, eh.
Yeah, I don't flatly turn down games that are popular while they're popular on principle.
Yeah.
It's very hard to convince me that a game is popular, because, well, I've been in the field long enough and taken enough feedback to know that the average casual player does not know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And so when a billion people tell me this game is good and it's fun, you should play it, and I ask them why, and they're just like, you should play it, it's fun. I'm like, that's not the answer.
Right.
And I honestly don't want to turn it into a job. I don't want to turn in trying to figure out whether I should play this game into a job or not, so
yeah.
I don't play the game. And then it'll be years later, like with what happened with Skyrim. Everyone was telling me that I should play Skyrim because it's like D&D, and I'm like, that's not appealing to me. This was back when I was actually playing D&D 5, so like that would have been appealing to me theoretically.
Right. Bar feels attacked.
But casual opinions are very important for what they are when you're designing a game. So taking input on from casual players and for the purposes of making a game, and getting input from casuals on whether or not you should invest time in playing a game for fun for yourself and not making it, those are two different things.
Oh hey, I beat the first phase again.
Yeah, I've still got like a tenth of the health bar here on my end.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna see if we can find an exit to the level instead of fighting the boss. But I don't think that it's...
Because the boss seems to be breaking it down on a... not on a timer, but it seems to be very coordinated.
Yeah, and it's going quickly.
And not at all related to the health bar.
Right. Yeah, right, I can skip this. So, yeah, so you see that purple? That is definitely...
she's still getting big on my end.
Well, you'll see the purple soon.
You just skipped it on my end, okay. Oh yeah, I see it, I see it. So there is totally a barrier there.
Oof. Okay. One of the things I need is a tell for when she's gonna do her little hand thing when she grabs. Does this do any damage at all?
The easy clap?
That's even worse. Yeah, the clap. So I'm not finding the tell. I'm sure it's there. Oh,
it's just timing. She claps at a very specific timing after she starts.
Yeah.
There's no visual tell or anything that I can see.
Dang.
Just swatted casually into the lava.
Yeah. Straight in. Very rude if you ask me.
But yeah, in terms of so when designing a game, taking the opinions of casual players is important, and you don't need them to articulate their opinions because their raw opinions are part of your job to discern. When I'm asking you why you think a game is fun, as like just a guy that wants to know why I should play this game and spend my time playing this game, I need you to articulate.
Yeah. Because there's a difference between making a game and having fun playing one.
Right. I have made games that I don't have fun playing, and they're just not for me. I just make games that aren't for me.
Yeah. I guess I could say the same thing about music. Being a part of a musical ensemble, you will inevitably be playing music that you don't particularly enjoy yourself, but, you know, you are not the person that you are making music for in that case. There we go. I remember in college playing this piece called Glaciers. And it was, well, it wasn't my favorite. How do I put this? So I play violin. Violins have very busy music. Let me go grab a piece of music right now and show you what I'm talking about. Now this is what I'm grabbing here. This is solo music, but it's still fairly representative of what you're gonna see in like an ensemble setting. What are we gonna go with? So we got stuff that looks like this, okay? There's lots of notes. Lots of notes. Constant, consistent playing. This is what music looks like. You have, one measure and you're going to have 12 to 16 notes in it frequently. That's normal. That's just how it goes. It's different than other instruments because different instruments have different strengths and weaknesses, whatever. Glaciers, my average note was like 4.5 measures long. And it was at a slow tempo because the whole point was to invoke the sense of glaciers moving. And I guess that's kind of a cool thing, and I'm sure that there were people in the audience that appreciated it, but it's probably my least favorite piece to play ever because it was just like ever so slowly pulling the bow across the string. Ugh. It was awful. Ugh. So yeah, sometimes the things that you do for one purpose are not. It's not for your own personal enjoyment. Okay. Dang it. I rolled too early. Oh yeah, I can maintain firing while I'm jumping, can't I? I still have to jump at the right time, though. Oof, that was almost terrible. Bar's internet is getting to the point where you can't watch without buffering for a few seconds. Yeah, I did recently up the bitrate on the videos, and I was curious whether that was going to affect you in particular, because I know that your internet isn't the best. Although, if you think it's that your internet is worse today than normal, then I won't worry too much about it.
I didn't buffer, but at some point I jumped behind a few seconds. I don't know how that happened, but and I'm on fiber, so.
Yeah, so you're not gonna have the same.
I'm on gigabit internet. If I start buffering anything short of like a multi-gigabyte download, I'm calling my internet company.
Yeah. Or it's an issue on my end and not yours. Because I think that can be a thing. Ow.
Yeah, you can manually. I've seen people manually trigger buffering before. That was pretty fun.
They've manually triggered buffering?
Yeah, you can do tricks to make it look like your stream is buffering.
Weird.
And it does buffer on the user end, so they think the stream. Oh, you're dead.
I am dead.
The death animation is so long.
It is. It really is.
You're still dying when I see you actually get hit. Just before I said something, just before you got hit, and I knew you were gonna die, and you're still in the death animation.
It's. Like, I don't know why they decided to make it that long, but
you gotta feel it. You gotta feel the death.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but I know that you get a fourth element in this game. The early access does have 4 elements.
Okay.
Minor spoiler. I don't know when you get it or how you get it. But well, looking stuff up for this game, I did see a full
there is another
wheel.
element there.
Yeah, that one. So that one's filled.
It's clearly like it's a thing. And then also, if we look at elemental magic, unknown ability. Although I guess that doesn't necessarily mean it's actually in the game yet, but it is in the game. So that's good to know, I guess. So let's see. It is what, 7:15. So I've been playing for a little over an hour. And I've managed to successfully get to phase 2 twice. I'd say that's all right. We're making progress.
You're getting better. You've done 2 attempts. Well, 1 attempt and 1 flailing around looking for a way to avoid another attempt.
Yes. And concluding that there probably isn't a way to avoid.
There's got to be something. She's destroying that field way too fast for you to have to fight it.
Yeah. No, and I feel the same way, but I wonder... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will eventually have to look at a video. And see what they're doing.
Yeah, even if it's just like look at a quick video between streams or something, or take a quick break and skim something.
Yeah, just to make sure that like
it's not something really stupid.
Yeah, like maybe I've missed something. Maybe there is supposed to be another like piece of magic that I don't have yet that I missed somehow.
So I remember your first attempt, your first instinct was to hit her with the fireball, and you did land it, but it didn't do much more damage than the ice did when you did that, or in the.
I would even argue the ice probably did more than the fireball did because the fireball takes longer to charge up. So I'll be trying just the regular arcane magic. Yeah, this boss is getting easier. Or phase 1 is anyway. It would go faster if I was willing to spend magic crystals. But I don't want to have to go and farm magic crystals in between takes on the boss. So I'm trying to be sparing with my uses that way.
I think that sort of strategy would be better suited for if what was I saying? When you can consistently get past this phase.
Yeah. Which I can do what? 1 in like 3 times maybe? Oh, there I go. And I want you to know, on that death screen, that I was spamming my left click so that I would get the menu as soon as it would come up.
Holy crap, I just buffered for half a second while you were on the death screen. I thought you were trying to prank me.
Yeah. There's a mechanic that I'm missing. Okay. Okay, well now I know there's a mechanic that I'm missing.
So there's a mechanic you're missing. Okay, so the question is it something in the boss fight? Or are you supposed to have some way to get rid of the purple barriers already? Okay, yeah, it's a boss fight gimmick you're not getting.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not looking it up.
Something that I should be... No, yeah, I mean, that's... It is, given that I probably would have ended up resorting to looking it up eventually, just for the sake of knowing whether or not I was missing something, I am glad that Death by Music 108 went and looked it up so that I can still figure it out, instead of me discovering what it is by looking it up. You can stop her.
Oh, you know what?
tripping.
You know what? I thought about it, but it hadn't occurred to me to say something about it. I bet you can knock her out of the fireball charge. It lasts way too long. I bet you can do it. I can bet you can knock her
Yeah,
out
you're
of it.
probably right. Oh. I think I just got hit by his fist there.
Alright, so now you know how to do it. You can get really aggressive with them. Whoa, you just went flying!
Yeah.
It's got the Nobeta space program up here.
Yeah. Yeah, where's my magical girl space exploration game? It probably exists, actually, now that I think about it.
Magical Girls in Space?
At least with a loose definition of magical girl, it has to exist.
No, it was straight up a Precure series a couple years ago. Not even a couple years ago. I think it was the last one before the current one.
Okay.
I had to think about it, because I know I'd seen it. And, I watched the first 3 episodes of every Precure.
Okay. And then you decide whether you're going to continue?
Realistically, with long-running annual renewal shows like that, you should watch like 10 episodes.
Uh-huh.
But generally what happens is I just forget to keep downloading them. I'll watch like 3 to 5. Maybe until the whole part, like the main trio gets together.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll just forget to download more.
Okay.
This isn't an exclusively Precure phenomenon either. I'm behind on Yu-Gi-Oh! By about 2 months.
Ah. Yeah, no, I have that issue, I guess, where I'll like start a show and then just never get around to finishing it.
Yeah, I'm way behind on my seasonal stuff. I think I'm still back in late 2019.
That's a long ways behind. I got far enough behind on seasonal stuff that I think I arguably just don't watch seasonal stuff anymore.
Well, with the seasonal stuff, I don't watch that much seasonal anime at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, me being all the way back in 2019 just means I'm maybe 3 shows behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It blew up and you died, and it buffered as you died, so I got a freeze frame of you being exploded.
Yeah. Okay, so it's buffering for you too?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your bitrate.
Yeah. Well, I changed it, hoping that it would make it better. But, let's change it back to what it was before, anyway. I don't know if that'll happen live or not, but I changed the setting in OBS.
It did.
Did it? Was there like a sudden change?
It buffered for half a second, and then suddenly you were 2 or 3 seconds behind again.
Okay. $404. All right. I can't say that this makes me good at fighting these dolls, but I can say that I can beat this particular doll. Through the power of long-range artillery, which really is the best option if it's ever an option.
You know, that's the first time I've seen that thing attack. The little white bullets. I've never seen... All the times you run by that thing and killed it, I've never seen it attack.
Yeah, it's because if you get to it in time, then it can't actually start the attack. Ow.
Short hop.
Oh boy.
Ice beam. Ice beam into SD. True
Oh
combo.
no. This battle's going very poorly. Okay, I dodged one. Kind of bad if your success rate is having dodged one. Got magic for that one. Can I even get down to half health? Probably not. Maybe.
Nah, you're good. This attempt's over.
I mean, it is, but... But I might get him down to half. Ooh. Yep, got him past half. I'm absolutely going to die to, like, random environmental damage. Yeah, or that. Or that. The death screen is so long. Why does it have to be?
I don't know.
So
I don't know
long?
if you noticed, but like, there's so much stuff in her bag. It's a straight bag of holding.
Yeah.
She puts her whole staff in there, and the cat's in there too when he's not in cutscenes. I've noticed.
Yeah, and he's like, his head isn't sticking out. It's just
He's just chilling in the bag. It's like the
Yeah.
it's like the bags from Wakfu.
yeah. That was a show. Yeah, she just puts that thing away. She doesn't even think about it. She just does it.
That's another thing too. People say that Wakfu is a magical girl show.
Interesting.
It isn't.
Yeah.
The main character is a dude who is played by a girl.
Got her. Ow. Stop. I guess I'm gonna go heal after this, because I'm not gonna walk into the boss fight at half health. Oh wow, I like this. Cody Akiva. Trying to tell people to like my video. Now it's me telling people to like my video, so that YouTube even notices me.
Like, comment, subscribe, comment for the algorithm, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies.
Yeah, really tell anyone. I'm down for it, probably.
You're not even subscribed?
Whoops. You'll see that in a second.
Kinda cringe, bro.
Right? Oh, God. Kinda cringe, bro. That's so cringe, man. That you're not even, like, subscribed?
Oh my god, I can't believe you're not subscribed. That's totally cringe-tacular. Not okay. Not very good.
Oh boy, that was like a whole extra level of, like, adding to the word cringe.
I can't even be like, he's gonna do the thing, you should move, because it's on like a 3-second delay.
Right.
By the time I warn you, it's already hit you.
Yep. Or, you know, on occasion I've dodged it. Not usually, though. I wish that I could power or charge up magic and then use normal attacks.
Because, like, that's the main thing that being charged up presents an issue for, is that, like, trying to do damage while I'm charged up means I'm using the charge up attack, which means in the case of ice, I'm losing the armor that it provides.
I wish this boss fight wasn't actively discouraging you from ever attempting a melee attack ever.
Yeah.
Because this boss and the other bosses saw you fight the armor sort of thing, they really did not want you to try and hit them with the melee.
Right.
But
that's how you regen mana.
Where's my mana?
Yeah.
And the thing is that, unlike a lot of games where it's just like, oh, the developer didn't think about it at all. No, they clearly thought about this. You were clearly, like, they put pots everywhere, stuff everywhere, so you could regen mana. And they gave you, like, dodge techniques that will give you MP if you dodge perfectly.
Yeah.
So, like, it is very deliberate that these bosses are not very easily meleeed.
Damn it. Got hit by that explosion. Okay, if I take any more damage at all, I will die. But I might successfully finish the boss fight.
You're literally at 1 health.
Oh, so close. It's like the amount of time I spend in the death animation is inversely proportional to the amount of the boss's health bar is left. Like, if it happens right away, quick death animation. If it happens as I'm, like, just a few hits away, nope. I'm gone. I'm gone for days waiting for the death animation to end. I got really close. I did get really close. Unfortunately, really close is not close enough. I'm good at half of this boss now.
He keeps trying to style on the specific moves that he had no trouble moving out of the way of before because he wants MP.
It's true. It makes it go faster. This takes so long to charge. Like I said, I'm starting to consistently take down that puppet without taking damage. Okay, didn't take damage from the little ghosty that time. Means we stand a better shot here. So, what other games are there then that I could be playing on Magical Girl Mondays?
So, mostly it's like stuff that's thematically appropriate, but not technically correct.
Okay. So
the Magical Girl stuff as video game, I looked on Steam and most of it's in early access.
Okay.
This is the farthest along one.
Okay. Well, there you go, I guess.
Maho Arms was recommended. I looked into it after much frustration, actually. So, Maho Arms is not listed in the Steam client for some reason. However, if you look it up on Google, if you Google Maho Arms, it takes you, the first result is the Steam store page for Maho Arms. But if you look it up in the Steam store on the Steam client, it does not show up. It is not there. I had to log into my Steam account in Google Chrome and in order to add it to my wish list, and then once I did that, I could go into my wish list in the Steam client and it's there. and I can check the page in the Steam client
Yeah.
through my wish list.
That's so funny.
Do you have a PS4 there?
I don't, but I might at some point in the near-ish future. The guy, so I have a PS3, and the guy who gave me the PS3, or sold me the PS3, sold me the PS3 when he got a PS4. And so
As you do.
he's likely to do the same when he gets a PS5. The problem
so
is...
in 2 years.
Yeah, so whenever that happens. Which I was just reading today that, yeah, chip shortages are not likely to have resolved for like a couple years. I have never gotten hit by that attack before. Interesting.
Yeah, we have just gotten to the point where GPU shortages are expected to start softening, as in we are going to start being able to maybe buy GPUs at non-scalper prices.
Yeah.
Starting in Q3 of this year. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
The
now that being
supply
said,
is picking back up as of Q3 this year, but not intensely.
yeah. So no, I don't have a PS4. I could hypothetically convince one of a number of different friends that I have to let me borrow a PS4 if there is a good enough game, if I run out of other games to play. I already have Maho Arms, actually. I believe I have it installed on my computer, so I am not limited by the fact that it's in early access something and whatever nonsense is going on with the store.
So another game that I saw that's vaguely, I haven't looked too much into it yet, but it looks vaguely Magical Girl-ish, is Maiden and Spell. It actually looks closer to a Toho game.
Okay.
It is a bullet hell, but it's a bullet hell fighting game, is what it's listed as.
A bullet hell fighting game. That's interesting. Yeah, Toho is another one that will probably end up going on the list because it's... I know that, at least what I know of Toho, it's not really Magical Girl, but it's adjacent, so, like, it works. Omega Quintet by Compile Hearts, huh?
Compile Hearts is a pretty decent studio.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me pull up their list and see what you might have heard by them. Let's see here. They did.
Omega Quintet.
They did Neptunia.
Oh, okay.
Record of Argus War. Mugen Souls. Oh yeah, all the Neptunia games. Omega Quintet.
I'm told it's rather fan service heavy.
Yeah, most of their games seem to be, because they also did Data Live,
Oh,
as well as the Rosaria Vampire games,
Oh man.
which I
Not
didn't even know there were. I didn't even know those existed. They also did one of the Fairy Tail games, which I did know existed, but I didn't know was released.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of... My Quintet is
Taken
a
up by
hybrid between an idle simulation game and a role-playing video game.
Okay.
So it's... Okay. So it's Tokyo Mirage Sessions with less Fire Emblem. And more Magical Girls.
All right. I mean, that sounds fair. It sounds like a reasonable enough game. Granted, I don't know when I'll get there, because this is boss number 2 of this game. And I am an hour and a half into my second stream attempting to beat it. And I still have not really come close. But eventually...
Realistically, if the boss is... if the boss does have a mechanic that intentionally makes it easier, I would say you should swap one of your health crystals for a mana crystal and just power through the bear.
Yeah.
And just suck up that you'll have to grind out 1 attempt's worth of mana crystals just to feel out the boss real quick. Because it may be faster to do that than sit here for 2 hours, 2 more hours trying to do the boss.
That's fair.
So, like, with the loadout you have now, I would just go hard in on the, bear, burn through everything to clear the bear, just so you can see what you need to do to beat the boss, and then go grind the crystals you need to beat it, and then beat it.
Yeah, that's probably the smart call. It doesn't actually take long to grind crystals at this point either, so...
Yeah, YouTube does seem to have it out for lack of clothing.
I mean, I know in a general sense that they're not big fans, but...
Anime girls keep getting banned for daring to have cleavage on screen, so yeah.
Ah.
I can't imagine what would happen if you did one on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would, like, for example, I wouldn't play Senran Kagura on stream on YouTube. Maybe on Twitch. Probably not, though.
Alright, I can't. Damn it. See, this is the reason that I'm hesitant to use the I guess I could just use a health crystal. Yeah.
You just gotta go. I mean, this is the Mega Elixir problem. It's like, what if I need it later?
I'm not so
you
much
ain't gonna live to
concerned.
see later if you don't use it now.
Yeah. It's less that, I think, and it's more that if I get used to doing the fight by using the crystals, then periodically I do have to go not do the fight to get more crystals.
And honestly, that may be worth it just to break it up, because like you could go on tilt. Like even though you're not like mad and angry and tilting that hard, you can still tilt a little bit and be like, man, this boss is taking forever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a thing. And even if you're
you keep checking the time, seeing how many attempts you've done in so X amount of time, and that itself is demoralizing.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. So, okay, I'll be more willing to use health and a crystal. I can level up stats that aren't dex. I have been. I just make a big deal about every time I level up stats that are dex.
Nah, man, you gotta go all dex all the time.
That's the plan. It's just, I can't always afford dex, but I want to level, so then I level something else.
I don't know what any of the stats do in this game. If it were me, I would be like, oh, there's a magic stat? I'm gonna go hard in on it. This is a magic game, idiot.
Yeah, well, this game does the thing where when you level a stat... When you level a stat, that stat becomes more expensive to increase again, but all the other ones are still as expensive as they were. So...
Yeah, it's like Dark Souls.
No, it's not like Dark Souls. It's like, so like right now, my health costs 54 souls to level. My mana costs 48. If I level my health, right, which I'll do, my mana still costs 48 souls to level. My health now costs 60 souls to level. By comparison, my dexterity costs 240 souls to level because I have been putting everything into dexterity every time that I can.
You only have 17 intelligence? You dumb.
Right?
You have almost as much strength as you do intelligence, and this is not a strength game.
Yeah, strength actually... I was so ready to fight the puppet again, and then I realized, no, she's dead already. Strength actually governs mana regeneration, among other things.
That's weird.
It is kind of weird. Alright, well,
You guys want that? You guys want that in version 3? Strength gives mana regen now. For those of you that play the Magical Girl game in the audience.
Yeah. Did we even have mana?
Magic and Vitality is used as the stand-in for mana.
Yeah.
Whenever the SUI references mana, it's Magic and Vitality.
Right.
We did at one point test with an MP cost system, and it was an optional rule in version. If it didn't make it into version 2, it was definitely an option in version 1.
Right.
It didn't test well because the game was primarily balanced around the idea that you should tire yourself out the more fights you get into without actually, without actually resting.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, I dodged it that time. Did not dodge it that time. Oh no! See, this is... It's twice now. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, whatever. And get that mana crystal back.
But yeah, yeah, we have done testing with an actual MP system, and it is, in version 3, it is featured as a way to make the game easier, as it was when it was originally premiered in version 1.
Yeah.
And unlike in version 1, the game is balanced around its potential existence. Well, specifically, it's an optional rule that is more balanced than, hey, you have an MP system now.
Yeah. How many souls does she give me?
None, because she's a puppet. Puppets don't have souls.
That puppet gives me probably 1 crystal itself. So it's always worth using 1 crystal. Because every single time that I fail, I can just buy another one. I think part of it was that I was hoping to also level abilities here and there. But I am at the point now where, like, leveling abilities is a small upgrade that costs a lot. And realistically,
you're gonna get past this boss, and the next dungeon's gonna be like super easy because you drastically over leveled for this boss that was giving you such a hard time.
Because missing a mechanic in the second phase.
I did download the demo for this game, and I will probably not play it tonight because it's almost 11 p.m. here.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are not on West Coast time.
Turn towards me. So I can hit you on the weak spot.
Have you tried hitting her yet?
I have. It doesn't do as much damage. Or at best, it does approximately the same amount of damage as hitting the weak spot, which is less than ideal, given that she's so much harder to hit consistently. Like this, super easy to remain focused on the
big shiny glowy spot.
The big shiny glowy spot. Ow! Ow!
But yeah, MP system was drafted. Decided it was making the game too easy to have an MP system. That's why there's no like secondary mechanic that lets you fake having an MP system.
Right.
When in like the relics and stuff, because I mean there's a lot of stuff in the relics. The relics are usually where I put most of the. I kind of wanted this in the game, but I didn't really have a place for it. Mechanics.
Right. Oh yeah. I don't have any magic.
Like dual wielding, although I think we have dual wielding as a feature now. I don't remember where I put it because I definitely want to keep that.
Well, I can charge this easily now. Dang it! Well, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm struggling a lot on this second phase.
She just swats you into the lava.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things that playing Dark Souls has kind of had me. Do I have a counter? I have a counter. It's against magical projectiles, as far as I know. But yeah, I've become quite aware of the idea of what do you call it? Like an endurance challenge, right? Having to go through several difficult things all in a row, things that are going to tax your resources. And I get that that is a thing that can be challenging, and that's a thing that can make a game fun. But one of the things that I think is kind of frustrating about some endurance challenges is when like a second or third or fourth phase of, say, a boss fight is super difficult. But in order to practice that boss fight, you have to get through all the other phases first. And it's a horrible way to practice, right? So practicing something where you have to do something else for 30 minutes before you actually, do the fight is incredibly inefficient. I think it's a little bit different if everything you're doing in this endurance challenge is something that you have had the chance to practice already. So if it were, at the end of the game, you have to fight every boss in the game in a row with no breaks. Like, that's a different challenge and something that I could practice.
I just looked at the fight. It's stupid. You were on the right track, though.
Yeah.
You just did the thing too early. Also, do you want me to just tell you how to beat the boss? Because, you were pretty much doing the right thing. You just did it weird.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so when she charges up the fireball, if you slam her with the ice charge-up move, it breaks the fireball and explodes in her face.
With the ice?
With the ice, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see them try to use anything else. They just went straight for the ice.
Okay.
With the clap, I don't know how they did it, but they were charging up ice and then did like a little backstep thing. I think that might be your counter. kept the charge and then dropped the ice on them while the clap finished.
Yeah.
It didn't cancel out the clap. They still got hit, but they didn't go flying or anything, and they didn't take any real damage.
Yeah. Okay. So ice it is.
Yeah. Somebody asked in the comments how they had so much health and mana, and they said they grinded for a bit, but it doesn't seem like they were using much more or less than you were. So
yeah,
you guys should probably be about on level. Yeah, Death by Music says that other people were using other magic types, so it's not just the ice. It's probably just the timing.
Yeah, I might do Arcane then, just because it charges up faster. Oh yeah, I can lock on. There we go. Yeah, getting him down this low does make it a little bit easier to kind of struggle my way through the rest of the fight.
Because it could be worse. I mean, he maintains the exact same moveset with very similar patterns throughout the entire boss fight with the bear. Yeah. So, like, he could have a phase change, too.
Yeah, I mean, there are some changes in the...
A couple of his moves add fire,
and the spells start happening.
And the spells start coming down, but for the most part, the bear has the exact same moves the entire fight.
Yeah. Okay. Is it on 5, I think, is my mana crystal?
Rupee.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me if it straight up was a rupee from Zelda.
Yeah. And you did. Okay. Like that? I think that's how it is.
Yeah, like that. So they just iframed the exact clap. That's all. Yeah. And then it blew up in her face. Perfect.
Yeah.
Plus, I think you get mana back for shooting the fireball.
Yeah, it looks like.
And then she'll throw little lava balls at you. You dodge them and you return fire. And that's pretty much the entire fight.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going significantly faster now. Ow!
Don't get wombo comboed by the firecrackers now.
Right. Four. Shoot. That's not gonna work. I need to jump when she slams down. Yeah, you iframe it. You get caught in place, but you don't take any damage.
That takes a huge chunk of her health off.
Damn it. What? The hell? All right. Don't get hit by the fireball.
It just came up on my side.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really, oof. Okay.
Got wombo comboed by the fireball.
Well, let's go beat the puppet and the ghost, and then maybe, just maybe, go do a little bit of farming so I can walk in with a full set of crystals. This is only possible because of how far away I can fire at her. But that's a few souls. How many more souls am I gonna need ultimately? With this, I think I can get basically 4 crystals purchased once the ghost souls catch up to me. All right, we trade. All right, I'm confident in the mechanics of this fight now and what I should be doing. Okay, I just need 30 souls. That should be pretty easy. Oh. That's right. I think I can just get it by, like, artillery fire shot on a couple of these. Which probably works better if I'm using this. Fire does so much damage. Didn't get one. I'll try it one more time. But I have enough souls. Get our second mana crystal. And we should be ready to go.
So how's chat enjoying this game so far?
I think they're enjoying it. Chat's a little bit quieter today than it has been some days. I think I advertised a little bit late and a little bit more quietly than I often do. But we're getting some attention, satisfying my the needs of my ego, as one does. I wonder if Bar is still here and paying attention, or if his internet is still giving him trouble. Bar, if you're here, blink twice, so that we know. Right up in the face! Oh, God. Oof. Bad dodging on my part. Boy. I think I might not use any crystals this time and just accept the L and then try again. Nominally here, Wanderbar says. Seconds behind, you say?
I speak to Bar from the future. It's okay. We're all behind.
It's true. Even those who are ahead are behind. Yeah, Jean gets the awkward reality of getting my responses in real time, but then the game itself delayed, which then means that Jean's responses to the game are even more delayed.
Yeah, so Daryl will say something to me in Discord because I have the stream muted. So Daryl will say something to me through Discord, and I'll hear that immediately because Discord doesn't have ridiculous lag.
Right.
And then he'll say something that happened in game, and I will be looking at this postage stamp in the bottom left corner that has Dare's face in it, reading his lips.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to say the thing that he just said to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll go, oh, okay, that's what he meant. When it happens, like 5 to 8 seconds later.
Yeah, such is the struggle of streaming life. I guess I probably could have set the latency lower, but then BK would get even more buffering.
No, because I mean, I was getting buffering with the bitrate higher.
Yeah, with a bitrate higher like that, for sure. But the latency is like on YouTube's website option.
Honestly, that's really weird that I was getting any latency. That doesn't normally happen.
Are you getting any buffering now?
I had some a little while ago. I don't know what happened. I think it was right after you made the adjustment, so that's probably what happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look into that and see if... Uh-oh. Dang it. I canceled. Okay, I guess we're actually fighting this thing now. Got it. I actually fought it. We'll just go fight the little ghosty. Then we'll go heal. Then we'll do the boss fight again, but like with actually spending the crystals this time and hopefully not getting decimated by attacks in the first few minutes. Apex Legends is a game that I've thought about trying a few times, and I've never gotten around to it, I guess. I think
So
yeah, I don't know. The fact that it's affiliated with EA, I think, is what initially gave me pause. But it's had legs. It's continued to do its thing. So EA has not cumbered it down.
Yeah, so this is a weird thing with my relationship with EA, because... So, I have beef with EA, but I don't frequently have beef with EA's studios that they have acquired and licensed.
Right.
So, like, I don't blame DICE for most of Battlefront 2's problems. I mean, there's bugs. There's
Sure.
like a lot of bugs with Battlefront 2, and they didn't finish the game before abandoning it. The servers sucked for the longest time. The PC version has no players. It has become a wild west of mods. But none of these things are DICE's problem. I mean, the bugs could be attributed to DICE, but DICE was open and honest with the community. Hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we intend to do going forward. Yeah. These are our intents with the game. We intend to actually fix bugs. We intend to actually fix everything that's going on.
Right.
Then EA abruptly announced to everyone, including DICE, we're discontinuing support for the game. It will not be supported anymore in like 2 months. We're dropping all support. DICE is going to put out a final update, and that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, and that's my big beef with EA, is that they're very, I guess, money oriented that way. Which, I mean, they're a company. I guess that's what they do, but it always seems to negatively impact the games that they publish.
Yeah, the EA specific games, I don't like the FIFA and stuff like that. Also, they ruined Battlefield. Not just Battlefront, but Battlefield too.
Yeah.
Got destroyed by them. But like Respawn, the studio in charge of Apex and Titanfall and Fallen Order, those were all good games. Those were all fantastic games.
Yeah.
I am willing to support Respawn. I'm willing to support Respawn as a studio in spite of EA, not because of them, and that's important.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to pay Apex. I'm willing to... I bought the Champion Edition. I'm not going to buy anything else for that game.
Right.
I'm not going to buy loot boxes. I'm not going to buy Apex coins on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy the Battle Pass all the time. I might buy it every now and then. But, like, the Champion Edition gives you enough to buy the Battle Pass, and if you max it out once, it refunds itself.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to... If I lose my Battle Pass, if I lose my Premium Battle Pass, I'm probably not going to buy it again anytime soon.
Right.
But like, I'm not going to support EA's nonsense. But I will support Respawn as a developer. They deserve it.
Yeah.
And if that means I have to give a little bit of money to EA to show my support for a good studio, then I mean, there are definitely worse places I could throw my money, like Riot.
Right. Oh dang it! I missed this one. Can I shoot it in midair? Nope. Not an option.
No. Once it's a fireball, that's it.
Yeah. What a waste of crystals. Okay. So after she does the clappy thing, I need to immediately charge if I am not already charged up.
Yeah.
I think
you don't have time
that
you don't
that
have
much
time
is
to
clear.
wait.
Yeah. Which means that I do need to be on arcane magic at that point. Let's go get some more souls and refill the crystals.
But that's kind of where I am with Genshin as well. I think MiHoYo is a studio that can make good stuff. I don't know what exactly is going on internally right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's as simple as, oh well, they're just a Chinese developer. It's not an auto disqualifier for me.
Right. Right, and that's... Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, I guess. Like, I enjoy the game that's there. I think what they have is really good. It'd be nice if they had more. And...
Where's content? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
where's content?
Yeah, give me what you've already made. Give me more of that. I know that it
it can't take that much more work to make more of that content.
The thing that, like, it's clear that they have multiple smaller teams working on this project, but they're making announcements and doing development work like they're a team of 5 people. Like, they're a very tiny team working on, well, it gets made when it gets made.
Yeah.
Like, some of the announcements they make sound like announcements I make on the Discord server of the Magical Girl game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Part of that is because I try to sound professional when I'm making those announcements.
Yeah,
Even if
but
it doesn't always come across that way.
If
but
an
at the same
individual
time,
working on their own sort of, private passion project can sound as professional as a game studio making millions off of a gacha game, like if those are the things you're comparing, like someone's stepping up and someone is not.
Yeah, I don't think that specifically reflects on them so much as the lack of scheduling. Like, there is no open plan. We don't know when Inazuma is coming. We don't know when new content's coming. They complained that people leaked version 1.5 content early, but if they hadn't leaked it, we wouldn't know what's in it until like 3 days before it drops.
Yeah.
And that's 6 weeks of us going, okay, well, what happens next?
Uh-huh.
And that's not gonna fly. There's no sustainability in that.
Right.
As a gacha game, it has to keep players engaged in the game. Like, you can't just, and that's MiHoYo's biggest problem with Genshin right now. There's no engagement. There's no, not even just with the hardcore player base, which will play the game for the sake of playing the game and not burning their investment.
Yeah, but like, even like, I have friends that started playing the game like a month after I did, even more, who are pretty much caught up now. They finished all the content that's there, and so what next for them, and for those of us who've been playing fairly religiously.
Yeah, like, I've played once almost every day since release. I missed a week because of a PS4 hardware failure, and I missed a day or two here and there due to random stuff happening and just not logging in.
And I've been in pretty much the same boat, I would say. I had one weekend where I didn't really log on. I downloaded it to my phone and I got on a couple times and barely did anything. And otherwise, I've pretty much gotten everything that you can get.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not content. Reasonably, all the real content. Okay, so I feel like I need to define what is and isn't content, because this is actually like, if you believe it, this is a hot button topic on 4chan. What exactly is content?
That's and I mean that's fair.
Because there are people that will argue that characters being released is itself content. That, like, in a gacha game, new additions to the gacha are content.
Okay. Almost failed that.
So, content is primarily defined as something unique that you can do in the game that isn't something you repeat constantly. It is one-time, unique content, or unique activity, or groupings of activity that are formed in a unique manner.
Yeah.
So, like, events are content. Story is content. Characters in other games are content, but in this one specifically, in Genshin, characters don't come with stuff that is unique on their own that requires you to have the character. Like, we have hangout events now. Thank God for that. That's good content. I want more of that.
Yeah.
And there are story quests that release with 5 stars. But the story quests are not they don't require you to have the character, so the character isn't tied to the content, it just happens to be in the content.
Yeah. Does it do more damage if I wait? I think it does. Like, I think it does more damage if I hit it just before it finalizes.
Don't get ballsy.
You know, I'm not going to, but I hit it, like, right away on one of them. And it did basically
and it only
nothing.
did, like,
Like, it was, like,
1200,
half
that
of the
one did-
damage.
The one you just did is 2600.
Yeah. Oh, I can finish this now. I don't need to hit another one of those. One more charge shot. One more charge shot. Oh, not quite. I'll
So I
take
think with this
regular
phase,
shots.
I think with this phase,
I think with this phase we don't need to worry about it anymore because I beat it.
Hey!
Hell yeah. Okay, phase 3.
Show me the phase 3, baby.
Oh my god, if there's an actual phase 3, I'm going to die.
Phase 3 is an escape sequence.
That would be acceptable. That would be acceptable. Barkeep wants to contribute to the conversation. Barkeep, what do you have to contribute to the conversation? Oh. You've won. Now you own my soul essence together with everyone else's. That's right.
Being behind, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. The cat. Raman, if you will. This crafted soul has swallowed all her companion's soul essence. Phase 3, you actually fight Tibbers. No.
Phase 3, fight the cat.
No, that's the final boss of this game.
Final boss is the cat, of course it
Yeah.
would.
DLC. The DLC final boss, though. Like, not the regular game. The regular game has an unsatisfying ending where, like, you get the throne and the cat's there and you're like, this isn't right. And it turns out it's not right because there's more story.
Phase 3, you climb a tower and kill God, and then
Yeah. Why would you...
the final boss is you kill God, and then the cat's like, thank you for killing God.
Yeah, now I can become God. And then you're like, no, I just did this. I literally just defeated God. What makes you think I can't defeat you? Oh, why would you do that? You want to play with others, don't you? That is a good question. Oh, well. Because soul essence is a must to maintain consciousness, isn't it? Whatever the cost, I'd love to experience the world on my own. But it doesn't matter anymore. It's a great shame that I failed to keep my word. I failed all my friends. Rough. I mean, granted,
That's
she
rough.
killed all
That's
her
rough.
friends too, but... Well... Do you think you can fulfill my... No, I mean our wish? Insert communist meme here.
I don't even know the tune of the communist anthem, the USSR national anthem.
I know the notes to it anyway. Yes, rest assured that I will take you all to a place where the sun shines and then we can all play together. Nobeta's got something of like a Madoka vibe to her. Like, I feel like she'd be a lot cheerier character if she existed in literally any other story than the one she's in.
It's called the savior complex.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is, isn't it? I thought I was about to fall into fucking death.
God, I laughed so hard as you fell into lava.
This way. It'll happen. It'll happen fairly quickly, even.
It didn't save. You fall in the lava. You have to
Is there
fight the boss.
anything in here? Right. That would be awful. I think I would cry. Oh, wow. Now, we're going to check out the room first. I'm not walking into the glowing circle until there's no other option. Is that wise? Shouldn't I probably just not walk into strange glowing circles without knowing what they're supposed to do first? Whatever. No time.
Perhaps.
No time like the present to find out.
It's the secret boss.
Okay.
I was gonna say you should probably heal first, but
Yeah, but
too late.
how? There was no going backwards at that point, so. Oh. F conversation. Where's the cat? Oh, he's right here. Just opened the door. What?
The door opens, Sora.
Yeah, this door opens. This goes back to our last crossroads, the horseshoe. We'll come right here one last time. How many souls did I get from that? Quite a few. Enough to level dexterity. No regrets.
Addiction.
What? I like going fast, okay? Gotta go fast. Oh, hey, and now we can also go backwards to where we originally came from.
3.5 minutes, bro. Refresh. Just refresh.
Oh, he actually wanted to go right there. I don't want to go where he wants to go. I want to go somewhere else.
I want to go to the plot.
Why would I want to go to the plot when there's so many other things to find in this game? Stun locked. See? Right here. I wouldn't have found Ice Level 2 if I hadn't done this. Let's see. How is level 2 different? Level up to increase missile number, max lock on target, and charged up defense boost. There may not actually have been that much to explore. Looking through here.
That's why the boss guide used it. It gets super armor when you charge it.
This goes through. That's why the boss used what?
That's why the boss guide used ice charge ups instead, because it gives you super armor.
Oh, you mean like in the video that you had watched, or?
Yeah, the video I watched. That's probably why they used it.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is an interesting room. Leave for Okan Shrine underground lobby? Where is this? Where am I going now? Am I going like a ways back?
Maybe?
No, I have not been in a room like this before.
Okay. I believe my work here is done, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I do have to go attend to other things.
All right. Well, thank you for
I'm not able to stay for the whole stream.
yeah. Thanks for coming and speaking on matters Mahao and lending your expertise to the masses gathered. All four of them.
All two of them.
Yeah. No, we've had like at least 4 names in chat. We should have pinged Flamey, probably. I don't know if Flamey's here.
Probably.
Oh well. But yeah, you go take care of your things and do your stuff. And yeah, thanks for coming by.
No problem. Next week I'll buy the game and catch up to you in 10 minutes.
Probably. That's usually what happens. That's what Death by Music 108 did with Dark Souls. He started streaming it. I've got 50 hours into Dark Souls now. He caught up in like 2 nights. Yeah. And I'm still not up to where he is now after, 3 or 4 streams. So, yeah. taking my time. I enjoy it. I savor the process. It's good. But good night, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay. Get everything back together. Poor Bar being 3 minutes behind. Where does this go? Wait, does this take me all the way back to, like, the beginning? Oh my god, I think it does. Bar's internet is cringe-tacular. We've made it all the way back to the beginning. You hit live. You are live now. Okay, so given that there is still that right there, I would wager that there is another whole sector about the same size as what I've completed thus far. What was through here? Can I defeat this crystal? No, I cannot. That's gonna target me. Oh no, Bar is buffering eternally. Alright. Not possible to get through that yet. I think up here was just tutorial stuff. Rude, Mr. Grabby. Rude. Yeah. And I don't recall there being all that much that felt locked off early on. This door has rocks down in front of it, so no going that way. Okay, so I guess now we actually do go to where the cat is. It's finally looped all the way back around. We've gotten our little, like, clover put together. And now we're gonna go do another one. Because this was where we were spawning with the first boss. And now we are at boss 2's location. I don't even have the last element yet. Yeah, it was through here. So now we are upstairs. We go back over here. See, there's even more stuff to go explore.
Have I been through here? This is actually the boss's room, isn't it? The second boss's room. I think that's what it was. Because it just said it was underground prison, which implies yes. All the broken things. It's kind of somber in here. Ooh. A light from above. Oh, exciting. I'm excited to get to like the next chunk of this game. Because I'm also at one of these sort of like stopping points in Dark Souls. Where I'm up against the boss that I'm not really equipped to fight yet. Or I am equipped to fight, but I haven't figured out, once again, the second phase of the boss. We have prepared a secret stage, which will reward you with the 4th elemental magic. If you beat it, be sure to challenge the secret stage before you enter the second round. What? Thank you very much for playing this game. Early access is temporarily over. Stay tuned for future updates and welcome your valuable feedback. Oh! We have prepared a where is the secret stage? You said there's a secret stage to get the last magic. Oh no. Okay. I didn't realize that this is like the extent of early access so far. Alright, well we took care of that anyway. Maybe the secret stage is through that door? Which is to say, like, maybe it's a menu thing. It must be a menu thing. I've decided that's what it is. Can I talk to the cat? I cannot talk to the cat. Well, we'll see. Confirm. Save profile. If nothing else, I guess I will just have to beat it again from the beginning. Misty Moon Forest Oaken Shrine. I guess that means that next time it actually will be Maha Arms, which is also an early access game. And then I'll have to start digging into Toho, probably. Wide eyes. Don't trust the cat. Don't trust the cat. No, he's an asshole. Don't listen to him. I guess we'll go through to the first boss, since it appears that I didn't figure out where the secret stage was and did not get the secret magic. But with all this new magic,
we get some pretty cool stuff. Let's make our way. Speed running now. Not really speed running, I guess, but. All right. When you say it about Ravan, you're the bad guy. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You understand. More expansion bag. Backpack is ever bigger. A small life crystal. Yeah, I think I'll go through to the first boss again. Whoops. Because it's like right in here. Or not right here, I guess. There's a little bit more. I want to read the book. Enhance abilities. My mana isn't level 10 yet and everything else is. I can level that, I guess. Oh! I got hit by a lot of things there. Wasn't paying attention. You're always the bad guy even when you don't want to be. That's not true. How did that miss? There we go. Got him. Now we just have to... I think it's just the room with the cat in it.
I wonder if continuing to pick up more levels of fire and ice gets me more levels, like 3, 4, 5, etc. See, now that I know the game, it shouldn't take me very long to finish the whole thing again. This is a really, really easy level now. Cat, I'm only saving you because there's no other option to proceed. If I could, I would have left you there being terrorized. He's lying to you. He's lying, he could talk. He's using you, Nobeta. You're too kind for your own good. I guess this is the way, isn't it? Oh, I guess I can go down here. I think there was a chest in this corner. Got him. Got him again. No, Mr. Grabby. No. He has a lot more HP now. Do you see that? A preposterous amount of HP. Let's see, what was down here? Was this the secret stage all along? This must have been the secret stage. I didn't try hard enough. Dang it. Oh well. On the next round, I'll get it. Oops. Can I get Dex again? I can. Even more dexterity. I wonder how well this boss takes fire. Very well. Oh, I guess I did fire that at his shield, didn't I? Oh, this does fine though. Yeah, this is a much more efficient use of my magic. I've got him like halfway down, and he hasn't even used, what, anything past his first attack? Ooh, ow.
Once again, didn't dodge that early enough. Charge something up. Do it. Getting the double charge on that now, I think, is big. Come here. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Uh-oh. Ow. This is so much better than the first time I fought this boss. Am I gonna get him? I think I am. Oh, whoops. That did a bunch of extra damage. Almost got him. Got him. Let me through. Let me through. It's not gonna let me through. He's gonna charge up. The cat's gonna burst out. And then it'll all start over again. I don't know if I follow her logic on that one. Wide eyes. Thou shalt not proceed any further. The Raman moment. Zap cat. Thou shalt be stopped here. And I don't get a chance to try to go through that door. Nobeta, get up! Get up! We got a magic down here, though, didn't we? So I guess And we get it like right away, don't we? In the first little chunk. I'm hallucinating. It's a cat. And it's speaking in its evil tones. It's hitting her on the head. Little kitty, why can you talk? Because you're related, duh. This really does feel like... Oh, man. So I have level 2 magic. Does this give me a level up or just wind? It does give me... So wind level max. Elemental magic. Level 3. Level 3 dodge can be activated to negate stunning effect. Okay. So there is still like... There is still purpose to going through the game again in terms of leveling up your magic. Oh, that's right. These increase curse values. No big deal, I guess. We pray. And then I guess we should call it here. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So we return to the title screen. Confirm. Yeah. That's a fun game. I'm interested to see, because it looks like things have more health now. I'm interested to see how it goes on the second playthrough. Which I guess I'll probably do after Maho Arms. Yeah, I think so. Maha Arms, I might be able to do the whole thing in one sitting, actually. It is not a super long game, or at least it wasn't last I played it. I'll have to check and make sure that it's like still installed and it's still installable if it's not installed. But yeah. You know, there are a couple other games that I can probably throw in here that are, in some cases, a bit different. There's one called Mages of Mistralia. I might have to mention that one to Jean to see what he thinks about that. It's, once again, I think it's a story that has magic and girls in it, but not necessarily a magical girl story. Aesthetically, it's not as much a magical girl game. The really cool thing about it is that you get spell components, essentially. You program yourself your own spells, which can be super fun to like figure out what you want to do and how you want to make it happen. So that I think is on the table. What else is there? I have the game Long Live the Queen, which, while not a magical girl game,
does have magical girl stuff in it. You can become magical girl. That's what I have installed, I think, that definitely makes the mark for magical girl. Oh, I did Heart of Crown. It's not really magical girl, but it's anime game. I don't think it'd be a good streaming game by itself. I think I'd have to figure out a way to do it to help it land, but yeah, that I think covers what I have installed at this very moment in time. Does not cover the other, 400 games that I have that are not installed in my Steam library, but we'll get there eventually. But for the meantime, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for stopping in. I had a great time. Death by Music, I'd play Heart of Crown online with you, lol. I bet you would. And maybe we'll put that on the list of possibilities. I do want to do some more like actual collaboration stuff at some point. Not necessarily for the Magical Girl Mondays, but oh man, yawns all over the place. But yeah, there are some games that are fun to play with people. There's some people that I think would be fun to play games with on stream. And games other than League, because League is a different sort of experience. That is evidently something that people are down to watch. It sounds like people have enjoyed that, but I don't know. When I'm streaming the Clash tournaments, it's like streaming is the secondary bit, and I do enjoy the streaming part, right? So I do want to be playing games that allow me to take advantage of the atmosphere. But yeah. Well, I hope everyone has a good evening, and I will see you all later. A peace.